Husky, please come on up to present the 8th grade Spanish award. Can we give her a round of applause?
Good afternoon, everyone. Learning a world language is one of the many wonderful opportunities that students have at Bullis. It is an important step towards becoming a global citizen and being well equipped to understand other people's culture and perspective and to be more tolerant and understanding. This year's award recipient comes to class with the best attitude, stands out for his consistent hard work, curiosity about the culture, and a genuine desire to become more proficient in Spanish every day. Ike, I am happy to see you grab this unique opportunity with both hands. You have shown great interest in learning, dedication, and many other qualities that successful language learners need to excel in class and beyond in the world. You challenge yourself by going the extra mile, so it is not surprising to see how much progress you've made this year. It's been a privilege to be your teacher and witness your both academic and personal growth. And it is an honor to present the 8th grade Spanish award to you. Congratulations, Ike. Please join me in welcoming Charles Johnson to present the Choral Music Award. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Mark Mitchell first joined the Bullis Choir program in the 7th grade. He demonstrated a very strong sense of pitch early on, but sometimes seemed a bit reticent in his singing volume at first. This year, however, Mark has done nothing but excel. With each assignment, he has dedicated himself to perfecting his parts with a level of precision that would easily place him at the same level as my upper school choir students. Not only has he learned his parts with precision, but he now sings these parts out with much greater confidence. He has transformed himself into a perfect example that all other students in the middle school choir should model themselves around. It has been incredible seeing his growth over the course of this year, and it is an honor to present Mark with the 8th grade choir award. And now please join me in welcoming Chelsea King to present the Acting Award.
So I've had the pleasure of working with several of my acting majors for the last 3 years, watching them grow from timid 6th graders to confident 8th graders, and today's award winner has shown tremendous growth in their ability to develop characters, fine-tune details, trying new techniques, and even taking a stab at Shakespeare. They always come to class ready to work with an infectious smile and energy that seeps into every performance. Always striving to have a polished, finished product, I know the student will be successful in all aspects of upper school. From the Queen Fairy, to Pandora, to Demeter, to a social justice warrior, and to a lovesick Beatrice, I will miss this performer's contagious smile. Congratulations, Morgan Rothwell. Please join me in welcoming Emily Elf to present the Math Award.
We have had many talented mathematicians in the 8th grade math this year, which made for quite a difficult task in choosing just one. But this student was particularly exceptional. This year's Math Award recipient is a very bright, positive, and conscientious student. She approaches each day with a smile on her face that continues to be contagious throughout the classroom. I admire the growth I have seen in her this year mathematically. She has always been an excellent student, but it has been amazing to see her push herself to approach problems and challenges with tenacity, as well as see her make deep connections between concepts. I challenge all of my students each year with the question of why. Why does this method work? What do you know from a previous concept that allows you to infer what happens next? And this student has been able to answer those questions and more each day in math. I hope she continues to ask why and use these skills she has developed, as it will only benefit her in the future, both mathematically and beyond. I have been impressed with this student's willingness to work with and help her classmates both in and out of the classroom. But what has impressed me most is her desire to challenge herself in math this year, whether it's by asking for clarifying questions or always checking her work at each step of the process. I have come to love the words, "Ms. Huff, I have a question," coming from this year's award winner during every B-Block math class, and will miss hearing them next year. This student is a very tedious and caring about the work that she completes, which is demonstrated through her high academic average. It is obvious that she shares a true passion for math, and I cannot wait to see this student grow in years to come. All of these characteristics will continue to help her grow and experience and succeed academically. The rest of the 8th grade teachers agree that this student gives her all in every assignment and adds value to every class. I hope that she continues to put forth this enormous effort in math and life, as it will take her very far. She truly deserves to shine in everything she does. Please join me in congratulating Reese Narcissenfeld in receiving this year's 8th grade Math Award. Please join me in welcoming Anthony Brooks to present the Technical Theater Award.
Hello. This year's Technical Theater Award goes to Kate. Although she has only been with us for a year, Kate has left a lasting impression on Bullis and the technical theater program. And I have to say, she's left an impression on me. Typically, it's the teacher teaching the students, but I have to say, Kate, you have taught me something, and that is patience. And it's not what you think. Kate is a very patient person. Kate, nothing gets her riled up. And so I've learned through this student to be patient and to step back and take a breath and realize, you know, it's going to be okay. We'll be able to take this mask off soon enough. So thank you, Kate. During this extraordinary year, Kate demonstrated patience, grace, and a huge appetite to try new things. Watching Kate work with classmates was astonishing. Rarely do you come across an 8th grader that shows so much kindness and caring for others. She is a natural leader and truly understands what it means to lead. When working with younger students during the middle school winter technical theater activity, Kate again showed so much grace and patience. This trait did not go unnoticed. I am honored to have met Kate and to have worked with her this year. To wrap up, I want to wish Kate the best for the next year as she leaves Bullis. And I think everyone in this room will agree with this quote from Wicked. "Because I knew you, I have been changed for good." Congratulations, Kate. And up next, we have Miss Kelsey Donegan with the Visual Art Award.
So weird to take my mask off. So Henry Matisse once said, "Creativity takes courage." This quote perfectly embodies the award winner of the 8th grade art award. The winner of this award is brave. She is always eager to take on new artistic challenges and never scared to try something she's done before. She is dedicated, never giving up and always working to learn from her mistakes. She is bold, envisioning innovative concepts and experimenting with materials. and she is thoughtful, constantly analyzing and working to make improvements. This student has all of the qualities that we try to foster in our young artists. Even though not everything we make is perfect, this artist is determined to grow and blossom into an artist whose potential is limitless. I am so proud to give the Art Award to Bianca Rapoli. Please join me in welcoming Stephanie Meyer-Satin to present the Instrumental Music Award.
Good afternoon. I'm pleased to announce that this year's recipient of the 2020-2021 8th Grade Instrumental Award goes to David Wong. David has demonstrated excellence in musicianship and leadership both on and off campus this year. On violin, David was the first place winner of the 2020 Elite International Music Competition, the first place winner of the 2020-2021 Crescendo International Youth Music Competition, the first place winner of the YMIC 2020 Metropolitan Classical Music Festival. He placed second in the 2021 American Protégé International Piano and Strings Competition, placed third in the 2021 American Music Talent Competition, and received a superior rating in the MMEA 2020 Solo and Ensemble Music Festival. For his role as a string quartet member, David won first place at the Washington Performing Arts and Levine Music 2020 Misbin Chamber Music Competition, won first place at the Play-In with the Pros Workshop in 2020, and qualified for the 2020 National Chamber Ensemble Competition Finals. On piano, David won first place at Maryland State Music Teacher Association for the 2021 Spring Piano Solo Festival, a superior rating at the Maryland Music Educators Association Fall Solo and Ensemble Music Festival, and received an honorable mention at Montgomery County Music Teachers Association judged recitals. I also know that David is going to be flown to Japan as a result of winning one of these competitions so that he can perform. Congratulations, David, for your accomplishments and for being this year's award recipient. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Rita Gerhardt.
Good afternoon. Make sure I don't drop these. Well, as we've talked about before, what a challenge it's been this year. As a matter of fact, when Dr. Moreno showed those pictures, I actually forgot that was this year. It's been a 3-month-long May at least, and a 3-year-long year, it feels like. Anyway, we had a lot of hands-on projects in 8th grade technology, and that made it particularly challenging this year because we usually like to get in close with each other, work together, collaborate, and get our hands onto things. Despite that, spending half the year of your time remotely, masked and separated when in person, wiping down every surface and tool, and hearing me ask them 1,000 times a day, "Are you 6 feet apart?" I was so proud of my students' creative and intricate work. Today they actually got to exhibit their robots to a couple of their classmates, and that was fun. I want to highlight one student who approached all of her work with a very positive attitude and a very strong work ethic. Juliana, what a delight it has been getting to know you. From your video project in which you made your brother look like the best guy in the world, to your wacky turtle chameleon robot, which we fondly call either the Termelion or the Commertle. With each new assignment, you just dove right in. You determined to figure out what it was you had to do, whether if it was video editing, software, coding, the mechanisms that make your robot move. The decorations, how to make the thing change color and look like it actually was changing color, and the proper use and safety of our tools. You seek input from others when you need it, and in the end, your hybrid robot stole the show. Juliana, you are an epitome of girls in technology, and I hope you will continue to pursue STEM subjects in high school. I also just want to add real quick, because I see Mr. Walter here. Yesterday, we were talking a little bit about our students, and I have to agree. Mr. Walter said when Juliana's in a class, she brings everybody up, and I truly think that's the case. So congratulations, Juliana. This is for you. Now please join me in welcoming Ms. Shui-Ying Clark to present the Chinese Award.
This year, I have a group of 3 middle school students challenging themselves taking upper school Chinese class. Even though these 3 students are on campus daily, I cannot meet them in person. They are attending Chinese classes virtually in a 2 levels combined classroom setting. These 3 middle school students did not just survive, but thrived in Chinese class. I'm very proud to say that they all achieved outstanding performance through persistence and hard work, through internal motivation, and through their interest and the love of Chinese language and culture. Therefore, it was very difficult for me to pick only one student as the award winner. This 8th grader not only shows great motivation, diligence, and enthusiasm in the Chinese learning, but also is humble and kind. It is such a pleasure to announce this year's 8th grader award recipient goes to Aki Fan. Congratulations, Aki. I look forward to work with you next year in person. Now please join me in welcoming my coworker Marcy Diemers to present the French Award.
Okay, hello, bonjour, salut. Impossible n'est pas français. This French proverb implies that since impossible is not a French word, nothing is impossible. In other words, there's no such thing as can't. This year's French 1B award recipient exemplifies this notion. Throughout the year, he has consistently demonstrated diligence, curiosity, and a respect for learning about the French language and culture. Further, the student continually engages in honest self-reflection and demonstrates persistence in furthering his growth in all 3 modes of communication in the target language: interpretive, presentational, and interpersonal. His willingness to take risks, accept and apply feedback, all with a positive attitude and commitment to do his best, is what learning is all about. Troy Wright, félicitations on this well-earned award. I'm looking forward to your continued success as a French student. I also wanted to mention he's always the first person to type in the chat when we log in. So is Troy here. There he is. All right. And please join me in welcoming Mr. Wood to present the Latin Award.
It is weird having that off. Salvete! This year's recipient of the 8th grade Latin Award is William Lombardo. William is now in his 3rd year of the language and is one of the most competitive students I've ever encountered, also known affectionately in our class as Ovidius Musca. He used this drive to rally his cohort and to maintain his own perseverance in our class. Throughout the majority of the pandemic, William was a remote learner, but that didn't hold him back. When I think of William's performance this year, I am reminded of Odysseus, who, when he appeared as an outsider in his own home, remained steadfast in the face of adversity. And I quote, "The suitor lifted up his stool and hurled it at Odysseus' right shoulder, near his back. It did not knock him over. Like a rock, he stood there, shook his head, and silently considered his revenge. Like a rock, William took charge of his experience in Latin this year and made a seamless transition back into the physical classroom. William, I am honored to give you this copy of Emily Wilson's revolutionary translation of the Odyssey, and I cannot wait to see what you do in upper school and beyond. Dia mortales et mirabile visu. William. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lisa Vardy to present the American Studies Award.
Good afternoon. In March, I asked my students to select a woman in American history they would like to study, a woman who made a difference and changed the course of history. I provided them with a list from which to choose. Immediately, one of my students emailed me, Dr. Vardy, I'm reading the journals of Lewis and Clark right now. I'd really like to research Sacagawea, the official guide and interpreter for the Lewis and Clark expedition. May I be assigned Sacagawea? Mind you, I did not assign such a book. I assumed this was a pleasure read, and I want to just say thank you, Ms. Holman, for that. Well done. This student went on to produce an inspiring and impactful story of Sacagawea, a Shoshone whose contributions to the Lewis and Clark expedition as explorer, interpreter, and guide were immeasurable. The Bullis K-12 social studies program provides students with opportunities to develop in-depth understanding of their communities and the world, past and present, in order to become responsible and empathetic global citizens. Throughout the 8th grade American Studies course, Jack Sandy has taken the advantage of the many opportunities given, even while mostly a remote student, to grow and develop as a student. He willingly takes feedback and implements that feedback to improve his work. He's a strong, creative writer who uses research to support his claims effectively. Jack is curious, he's resourceful, thinks deeply about the topics we've explored, and readily makes conceptual connections. Jack puts in the necessary effort to learn and grow as a student of history and government. Please join me in congratulating Jack Sandy on receiving this year's 8th grade American Studies Award. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Holman to present the English Award.
Good afternoon. Every year, I struggle with how to define the English Award. Especially with English, there are many ways to show growth and success. Reading, writing, critical thinking, discussion, creativity are all areas students can show talent and show growth in my class. This year was a unique year, however, so I want to showcase a student who demonstrated great strides in their confidence, solidified their reading and writing identity, and took risks in English. While many students showcased these traits, I want to present the English Award to Charlie London. Charlie, I hope you are proud of your accomplishments this year. I was delighted to have you in my class, and I admire you for several reasons. At the beginning of the year, you doubted your ability to be successful. Since then, you have shown open-mindedness in stepping out of your genre comfort zone, to try different books that I suggested or that you self-selected, to challenge you. This willingness to explore would impress anyone. You showed creativity and willingness to accept feedback to be a better writer, especially in your movie review of Miles Morales, Into the Spider-Verse. With book clubs, you steadily wrestled with advanced questions, growing more and more confident, and took some great creative risks with your poems, something outside your comfort zone. And I hope they won't be your last. These risks and steady improvement, plus your obvious promise and talent, make me delighted to recognize you with the English Award this year. Best of luck on your journey forward, and I can't wait to hear about your future endeavors.
Please join me in welcoming Lissa Bevan to present the Science Award.
Hello. Often, when we speak about success, we speak about it in terms of outcomes, namely, who achieved what project they completed, or even someone's final grade. Frequently, we forget to focus on the process as the primary indicator of success. True success requires one to overcome obstacles, remain dedicated in the face of challenges, and persist through the uncomfortable in order to deeply appreciate what achievement means and how it feels. Today, I am honored to present an award to a student who may look successful in terms of his final science grade, but who truly exemplifies success through his process of achievement in a subject that is loaded with complex concepts and terminology. Navigating the difficult language of science is challenging enough on its own, but doing this in your non-native second language can be overwhelming. This student has had to overcome obstacles and barriers beyond the comprehension of many of his peers, including language acquisition on top of being thousands of miles away from his own family. His persistence and determination can be seen in his work, while his respectful and kind demeanor demonstrates his commitment to community. Stone Sun, I am honored to present you with the 2021 Award for Science. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Moreno back to the podium for closing remarks.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bevans. So I'd like to end today's Academic Achievement Assembly by taking a moment to thank all of the families for entrusting your children to our care, especially this year. We appreciate all of your support, your words of inspiration, and your gifts of encouragement. It truly made a difference and kept us motivated. I know you'll notice not as many of you are here now as were in the beginning. That's because we have athletic games going on, and the students were able to get their award and then run out and participate in their last game of the year as well. I'd also like to once again acknowledge our outstanding middle school faculty. If you could just help me give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for all you've done this year, and I'll say even more about that on Monday. I do have to let you know that Lissa Bevan's last day is today. Lissa, can you just stand up one more time? Can we give her a round of applause? Thank you so much for just jumping in there and taking the reins and making the last trimester an outstanding one for our students. I'm going to also acknowledge Dr. Vardy. Can you stand, Dr. Vardy? I know you're going to be hearing more later on, but I really want to thank you for your years of service. And since this is an 8th grade middle school assembly, I want to say thank you so much for stepping in for the American Studies position. You did an outstanding job with the kids. We're going to miss you. Good luck as a high school principal at Charles E. Smith Jewish Day School. Yeah. And there's one more person over there, Joe Teets. He's getting married. So congratulations, Joe. We're glad you're getting married. Not so happy that you're moving away. But he is going to go to North Carolina. We wish you all the best. All right. All right, so students, I'll end with you again. Congratulations on your wonderful accomplishments. Quality is never an accident. The starting point of all achievement is desire. And this year, I'm going to add to desire grit and perseverance. We're so proud of your efforts and your academic excellence. We look forward to seeing you on Monday morning for the 8th grade recognition ceremony. There we'll be able to acknowledge your entire 8th grade class for completing requirements for Bullis Middle School. Before we leave, we would like to take a picture with those of you that are still with us. So if you bring your gift, well, not your gift, bring your certificate up to the front, we will take a picture. Mr. Teets is going to take that. Parents, if you just stand behind him when he takes the initial picture, then afterwards feel free to take as many pictures as you like. Have a wonderful weekend, and we look forward to seeing everybody Monday morning.